So we feel really strongly that the body camera footage should not be a replacement for the form. We should have both of those things in place.
Why is it important that body camera policy specify that footage does not replace consent to search forms?
No. So Raleigh is one of now 3 communities in North Carolina that has recently implemented consent to search forms. So police can search somebody if that person voluntarily agrees, but I think most people, including me before I went to law school and was told in a classroom, you have to actually consent to that search. I would have not known that I had the right to say no in that encounter. And so the consent to search form is just a written form that says, I am voluntarily consenting to this search, and I understand that I have the right to refuse the search. And it's a form that you can see and sort of take a moment to think about and sign it. But if it's not a form that you're showing them, that you're giving them kind of a moment to think about the decision before they commit to it, it's a totally different. It just is the same as it was before we had the form, where the officer says you have the right to consent, but they say it really fast, and and the situation is tense and you're nervous and you don't process everything that he's saying, and you consent to the search because you don't think that you have a choice to do that.
Raleigh has suffered the pain of 3 police-involved shootings in 2016. 2 resulted in deaths with no witnesses. We don't have the luxury of a body camera program without crystal clear policies. Even with the most restrictive state law in the country, these are the ways the City Council can shape our local body camera policy. In a few short weeks, they'll be asked to approve the proposed policy. Join Raleigh PACT in writing our City Council members today at citycouncilmembers@raleighnc.gov to let them know what a transparent policy looks like. Here are our recommendations. 1, a faster timeline. This program will be phased in over 3 years. In Fayetteville, the program was rolled out in 14 months. In Charlotte, a much bigger city, it took just 6 after their final policy was approved. Raleigh PD, where is your urgency? Number 2, automation. We all know what can happen in the split seconds when officers have to make quick decisions. The current policy depends on officers to turn the cameras on and off, including deciding when a situation has stabilized. That can mean different things to different people, and conditions can change rapidly. Moving forward, RPD should buy equipment that activates as soon as an officer's taser or gun leaves the holster, or even soon as an officer gets out of their car and approaches a citizen. If Charlotte can do it, we can too. Number 3 is access. We understand that state law HB 972 regulates the disclosure and release of recordings, but other police departments have raised the bar, surpassing the floor set by the state and including a statement in their updated body camera policy saying that there is a presumption in favor of disclosing camera footage to recorded individuals and or their representatives. Instead, this policy seems like it is being intentionally set up to make it hard for the person in the video to be able to view it without having to go through so many chains. We recommend that the presumption of disclosure, which would mean that Raleigh police will have to respond to a request by justifying the denial of disclosure. The presumption would be that any individual recorded or the representative has the right to view footage they are recorded on. Number 4 is discipline. There isn't anything in the policy that states what the disciplinary actions would be if they are misused. We recommend that the policy clearly include a reference to disciplinary action for misuse of body cameras. Number 5 is bias in reporting. The policy allows officers to view the footage before they write their incident reports. We recommend that officers write their reports first to limit how watching the footage biases them. We are all susceptible. Number 6 is consent to search. This policy gives officers the right to record consent to search rather than giving people a form that tells them they have the right to refuse. We recommend that the policy be clear that officers are required to hand everyone the form stating their rights even when the cameras are on. Please take a moment to join Raleigh PACT in writing our City Council members today at citycouncilmembers@raleighnc.gov to let them know what a transparent policy looks like.